Have you ever finished a meal and wondered why you feel heavy, tired, thirsty, or just not like yourself anymore? Maybe the same foods you ate for years do not sit the same way now. Maybe that late-night snack leaves you awake. Maybe a simple breakfast makes you feel slow for half the day. And maybe deep down, you have asked yourself a quiet question. Is my body trying to tell me something? After 65, life changes in ways people can see. Gray hair. Slower steps. More quiet mornings. More time thinking about the past. But there are also changes nobody sees. The body becomes more sensitive. Sleep becomes lighter. Energy becomes more precious. And food, something that once felt simple, can suddenly affect the whole day. This video is not about fear. It is not about taking away joy. It is not about saying you can never enjoy a favorite meal again. It is about noticing what your body may be whispering. Because sometimes, the smallest change after 60 can bring back peace. And before you ignore this, think about your own life for a moment. How many times have you said, "I'm just getting old," when maybe your body was simply reacting to what you were eating? Here are 5 foods many people over 65 may want to stop eating so often, or at least think twice about. And the last one may surprise you, because it is not always the food itself. It is the habit around it. The first one is sugary drinks and sweet snacks that pretend to be harmless. A glass of soda with lunch. Sweet tea on the porch. A packaged pastry with morning coffee. Cookies while watching the evening news. A bowl of ice cream because the house feels quiet. For many seniors, sweets are not just about taste. They are about comfort. They are tied to memories. Grandchildren visiting. Sunday dinners. Birthdays. A wife or husband who used to bake something special. So when someone says, "Cut back on sugar," it can feel cold. It can feel like they are asking you to give up a piece of your life. But here is what many seniors discover too late. Sugar can become a quiet habit. Not because you are weak. Not because you lack discipline. But because sweetness can fill a lonely moment very fast. Maybe you have felt this too. You were not really hungry. You were just tired. Or bored. Or missing someone. So you reached for something sweet. And for a few minutes, it helped. But later you felt worse. That is the part nobody talks about. Food can comfort the heart for a moment, but still leave the body asking for better care. A gentle change could be simple. Keep fruit where you can see it. Try plain yogurt with berries. Drink water before reaching for soda. Save dessert for a real moment, not every lonely moment. You do not need to punish yourself. You just need to stop letting sugar become your daily companion. The second food is processed meat. Bacon. Sausage. Hot dogs. Ham slices. Pepperoni. Lunch meat stacked between 2 pieces of white bread. These foods are common in American homes because they are easy. And after 65, easy matters. When your back hurts, you do not want to stand in the kitchen for an hour. When you live alone, cooking a full meal can feel pointless. When you are on a fixed income, convenience can feel like survival. So a hot dog, a sausage biscuit, or a deli sandwich may feel normal. And once in a while, for many people, it may be just part of life. But when these foods become a daily routine, they can crowd out better choices. A man named Harold, 72 years old, used to eat the same lunch almost every day. 2 slices of white bread. Processed meat. A handful of chips. A soda. He did not think much of it. It was cheap. It was fast. It was familiar. But one day his daughter visited and opened his refrigerator. She saw almost nothing fresh inside. No vegetables. No eggs. No beans. No fish. No simple foods that could give him real strength. She did not scold him. She just said, "Dad, Are you eating this because you like it, or because you stopped cooking for yourself? That question stayed with him, because the truth was deeper than food. He had not lost interest in healthy meals. He had lost interest in taking care of only himself. Maybe that happens after a spouse is gone. Maybe it happens when the children move away. Maybe it happens when the table feels too quiet. But your life still matters, even when you are eating alone. A better choice does not have to be fancy. Eggs, tuna, chicken, beans, peanut butter, soup made with real vegetables. Leftovers from a meal you cook once and stretch for 2 days. After 65, food is not just food. It is a message you send to yourself. And that message should not be, "I don't matter anymore." The third food is very salty packaged food. Canned soups, frozen dinners, instant noodles, chips, crackers, fast food meals. Restaurant food that tastes good because it is loaded with salt. Salt is tricky because it hides. Most people think salt means the shaker on the table. But often, the real problem is already inside the package before you ever open it. And after 65, many people eat more packaged food for very understandable reasons. It lasts longer. It is cheaper. It is easy to heat. It does not require much cleanup. But let's be honest. Some frozen dinners look like a full meal, but they do not always feel like care. You peel back the plastic. You hear the microwave hum. You sit at the table, and the room is quiet. There is no smell of home cooking. No one asking, "Do you want a little more?" No one passing the bread. Just a tray, a fork, and the television talking in the background. Maybe you have felt this too. And this is where the emotional part matters. Many seniors are not choosing packaged food because they love it. They are choosing it because life became smaller. But your meals can become warm again. Even with small changes. Choose lower sodium options when you can. Rinse canned beans or vegetables. Add fresh spinach to soup. Keep bananas, apples, oatmeal, eggs, or simple salad items at home. If you buy a frozen meal, add something fresh beside it. A tomato. A handful of greens. A piece of fruit. A glass of water. It may seem small. But small changes are not small after 65. They are acts of self-respect. The fourth food is fried food that has become a routine. Fried chicken, French fries, onion rings, fried fish, donuts, greasy breakfast sandwiches. Now let's be fair. Food is part of American life. A Friday fish fry, a diner breakfast, a county fair funnel cake, a bucket of chicken when the family comes over. These things can carry memories. And nobody should speak to seniors like they are children. You have lived long enough to know what you enjoy. But the question is not, "Can I ever have this?" The better question is, "Has this become my normal?" Because there is a difference between a treat and a routine. A treat is enjoyed. A routine is repeated without thinking. A treat brings pleasure. A routine can slowly take more than it gives. Think about this. If fried food leaves you feeling heavy, sleepy, or uncomfortable, your body may be asking for a different pattern. Not a perfect diet. Not a life without flavor. Just a different pattern. Try baking instead of frying. Try grilled chicken instead of fried. Try roasted potatoes instead of fries. Try using an air fryer if you have one. Try sharing the fried meal instead of eating the whole portion. And when you do enjoy it, sit down and enjoy it fully. Do not eat it with guilt. Do not eat it in a rush. Eat with awareness. Because peace with food matters too. The fifth food is not one single food. It is late night. Comfort eating. This may be the most important one. Because after 65, the hardest meal is sometimes not breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It is the food you eat when the day is over and the silence gets loud. The bowl of cereal at 10 p.m. The crackers beside the recliner. The candy dish that keeps calling your name. The leftovers you heat up even though you are not hungry. The snack you eat because the house feels empty. And this is the part nobody talks about. Many older adults are not hungry for food at night. They are hungry for comfort, for company, for a voice, for a hand to hold, for the feeling that someone still notices them. So they eat, not because they are careless, but because the heart is tired. If this is you, please do not feel ashamed. You are human. You are not weak. You are not failing. But you do deserve better than using food to carry every lonely feeling. Before you reach for something at night, pause for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, am I hungry or am I lonely? If you are truly hungry, choose something gentle. A small piece of fruit. A few nuts. Warm milk if it suits you. A light snack that does not leave you feeling worse. But if you are lonely, try answering that loneliness more directly. Call someone. Write in a notebook. Sit by the window. Pray. Listen to music from when you were young. Look through old photos, but do not let them trap you. Let them remind you that your life has had meaning. And it still does. Food after 65 should not be about chasing youth. It should be about protecting peace. It should help you wake up with a little more energy. Move through the day with a little more comfort. Feel proud that you are still caring for yourself. And please remember this. Changing your food does not mean changing who you are. You can still enjoy family meals. You can still have your favorite recipe. You can still sit at a diner with a friend. You can still taste joy. But maybe you do it with more wisdom now. Maybe you choose water more often. Maybe you keep fruit on the counter. Maybe you cook one simple meal instead of opening another package. Maybe you stop buying the snack that always wins at midnight. Maybe you say, I am worth the effort. Because you are. After 65, the world may sometimes treat you like your best years are behind you. But that is not true. There is still peace to find. Still strength to protect. Still mornings worth waking up for. Still stories to tell. Still people who need your voice. And by the end of this video, maybe the real lesson is not just about 5 foods. Maybe it is about listening to yourself again. Your body has carried you through storms. Through work. Through marriage. Through bills. Through grief. Through raising children. Through starting over. Through good years and hard years. It deserves kindness now. Not fear. Not shame. Kindness. So today, do not try to change everything. Just choose one thing. One drink. One snack. One meal. One habit. One small step toward feeling better. Because sometimes, the smallest change after 60 can bring back peace. And peace is worth protecting. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to Senior Life Chronicles. And in the comments, tell us one food habit you changed after 60, or one lesson life taught you as you got older. Your story may help someone else feel less alone. And if you know a parent, grandparent, neighbor, or friend who needs to hear this gentle reminder, share this video with them. Because nobody should grow older feeling forgotten. And nobody is too old to begin caring for themselves again.